1989, she was given an aerobatic ride in the Stearman at a flying circus air show on a birthday present. After that one Stearman flight, she knew she had to learn aerobatics and that she was destined to fly air shows. Kirk Wicker is about to demonstrate the daring and breathtaking art of wing walking. Not just wing riding, folks. This is the real thing. She's going to amaze you by climbing, walking, and hanging all over this beautiful 450 horsepower Stearman. She considers her personal time machine. Right now, Jane is grabbing hold of the top wing and standing in the cockpit. No safety line, no parachute. Watch carefully. You'll see her climbing up on top of the wing. There she is. As she flies by, make sure you wave. She's not able to hear you, but she can see you waving. Woohoo! Now, Kirk, he's got the advantage of being inside that airplane behind the windscreen. Jane, she's out in the open, having to face all that breeze. Diving at 150 miles an hour. Listen for the growl of Pratt & Whitney 450 horsepower. Jane Wicker and her Super Stearman, she affectionately calls Aurora. Sit back and hold your breath because we're about to see something you've never seen before. There's Jane on top as Aurora comes right back at show center. Holding back on Aurora, climbs in the sky, Jane again, perched on the top of the wing. Down the 45-degree line, they complete the Cuban 8. And you hear that loud 450 horsepower engine pulling the aircraft through the skies as they come across the top. Again, Jane on top of the wing. Woo! Oh my goodness. Let's watch now as the aircraft climbs and then goes into the hammerhead. Just for a few seconds, Jane doesn't have a whole lot of wind blowing in her face as they come back towards show center. Pulling back, you can see Jane on top all the way across the top. 450 horses pulling Aurora through the skies of Tuscaloosa. 150 miles an hour. Let's watch as they reposition from your right this time in another hammerhead. Back towards show center from your right. As they come back at the show line, he'll pull the aircraft up and roll it over nice and easy. Again, Jane having to go all the way on the outside of that aircraft, right down, wings it over, cranks that throttle forward, holding Aurora right on a nice straight line. Oh, yes. Very nice. Ain't going to be great with all the ladies and gentlemen, you've watched Jane on the top of the wing. Now, watch as Kirk will slow the aircraft down, again, as slow as he can get it, without the airplane having problems flying, again, which is about 80, 90 maximum, minimum. And now Jane will unhook herself from the top and reposition herself inside the wings of the PT-17 Stearman Aurora. Let's watch. You can see she's no longer on top of the wings. The plane flying as slow as possible. Again, no safety cable. She's repositioning herself. No parachute. Now, she's in between the wings. Watch as Jane grabs hold of the flying wires and struts. She's not only flying the enormous wind, fighting the enormous wind, but she's very careful in every step she takes. And there she is, in between the wings. Again, Jane has to walk on the balls of her feet. 100-mile-an-hour balance beam. Cranks the Stearman up from your right. There's Jane, in between the wings. As they go across the top, you can quickly see her silhouette. And there's Jane right in between the wings, hanging on. Now, maybe you've seen wing walkers be on top of the wings or possibly in between the wings, but now Jane takes it to a whole nother level. If you look very carefully out there, as the Stearman comes back around, down in the downward position, in between the wings, here they come. He's going to roll the aircraft all the way around. And again, nobody does what you're about to see here today, ladies and gentlemen. Jane Wicker is now out by the instrument and is now hanging down underneath the aircraft. Only her ankles wrapped around the instrument, holding her on to Aurora. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, Jane hanging underneath the aircraft. That is amazing. All right, you think you've seen everything yet? Well, not yet. Ladies and gentlemen, get the cameras ready once again. You don't want to miss this. This is a moment you won't believe. Diving in from your left at 150 miles an hour, hanging from her ankles, they go upside down. Jane is now sitting on top of the wing. Kirk is upside down. Jane is sitting on top of the wing. Amazing. And still holding it upside down. Now the aircraft rolls around again. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not see that anywhere in the world, but right here in Tuscaloosa. That is absolutely amazing.
It's that much harder. It's much more weight. Power to weight ratio of the model is better.
All right, get your cameras ready. As Jane will be waving. All the fine folks want to give her a big wave back as they come by. And there she is, waving all the fine folks here in Tuscaloosa. Ladies and gentlemen, what you've just seen here today, again, you will not see any wing walker in the world doing that. It's always exciting and a one of a kind. Awesome job. Jane Wicker, great to have her here in Tuscaloosa. ABC 3340 is your local source for information in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Anniston, Alabama. Delivering breaking news, weather, sports, and traffic. ABC 3340 is Alabama's news leader and a proud supporter of the 2012 Tuscaloosa Air Show. After the air show, be sure to land at McAlister's Deli for our signature sandwiches, spuds or salads. They're piled sky high with fresh, premium ingredients and made just for you. And you can refresh and cool your jets with a giant glass of McAlister's famous sweet tea. We're looking forward to serving you today at McAlister's. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready. A big wave for Jane as she taxis by. helicopters brought here by the Sky Soldiers this weekend. If you'd like to get a ride on one of the Hueys, you can make your way to the north end of the ramp where the static display aircraft are. A little hard to see as we're kind of spread out. The terminal building kind of hides them. We got a lot of static display aircraft on the north end of the ramp area. We've got aircraft from World War II, some modern military planes, helicopters, and much more. And that is where you can get a ride on one of the Hueys, as they will have the both of them operating. They will be shutting down during the